Hello and welcome to a new video from the Canine Training Center. Wow. Today I want to do a bit of an improvised second part. Given the great reception that the guided walk video has had, it looks like you were eagerly waiting for it. So we have now learned what a lead walk is, and we have learned how to do the lead walk. Nana. Remember, if you haven't seen the video for whatever reason, you know that it's up here. And I'm going to leave the link so that those who haven't seen it can check it out. Because watching this video without having seen the other one is pointless. I've been talking for a minute, and I still haven't told you what this video is going to be about. I want to explain to you why you need to do the liberated walk, why you should do the liberated walk, and what the difference is between this and the other walk I taught you in the basic training course. I've been talking about this video 1 minute, and I still haven't told you what the video is going to be about. I want to explain to you why you need to do the liberated walk, why you should do the liberated walk, and what the difference is between this and the other walk I taught you in the basic training course. If you haven't taken the basic training course yet, you're wasting time. It's really easy. You just need a couple of minutes a day and you'll have a decent dog, a dog that you can control, one that will understand you, and you'll understand it too. The other walk, the one from the training course, is aimed at having control over the dog while we're walking. If we're walking down the street and we meet another dog and your dog is nervous with other dogs, well, with that command, the dog will stay by your side and focus on you. We will manage it well. I mean, for example, if we're walking down the street and we come across another dog and your dog gets a bit nervous around other dogs, well, with that kind of command to stay close, the dog will stay by your side and pay attention to you, forgetting about everything else. Then we're going to manage that situation really well. But doing a walk with that kind of exercise the whole time can be a drag. So we will control that situation very well. But going on a walk with that kind of exercise throughout the entire walk is a pain. It's a drag for you and a drag for the dog because you have to keep an eye on whether the dog is being obedient, and the dog is tense because it has to stay alert, so it's not a relaxed walk. Walks need to be relaxed. Walks are therapy. Therapy for the dog and therapy for the owner. Another day I'm going to explain to you why we should go for walks. Just guided walks, but walking with our dog. Why should we walk with our dog? Because everyone tells you that the dog needs to go for walks, that the dog needs to go out 2 or 3 times a day. But why? Can you explain to me why? Explain it to me. I'm acting like a goat. Anyway, what I came to tell you, is that the guided walk has 2 key advantages. First, the dog is going to enjoy the walk a lot because it will be relaxed. Won't have to worry about anything, not about where to go or how to go. It will focus on following you in a relaxed way, sniffing around, paying attention to the little bird, and keeping an eye on you. Of course, remember what I told you. If you're with a guide, you don't keep looking at the guide constantly and feeling tense, right? You don't want to get lost, do you? You look at the monuments and every now and then you glance at the guide so you don't get lost. Well, this is the same, exactly the same, okay? The dog will walk calmly and relaxed. It won't suffer from neck pulls, from pulling on the leash, and it won't have back problems because constantly pulling can lead to back issues. You won't have problems with your neck. I've had people come to me with neck problems because their dog pulls, and I'm not talking about a big dog. I might be talking about a Yorkshire Terrier, which may not seem like much, but a half-hour walk with the dog pulling. In the end, it strains your neck and causes injuries. So, even if it's just for physical health reasons, you have to do the guided walk. But not only that, it's also for mental health. You have a dog to enjoy your dog. You have a dog to go out and walk with it, to have fun, to play, not to suffer. Okay, not to suffer. My sister, for example, Yusan, who is Nana's owner, every time she had to take the dog out, it was a struggle. In the end, she thought, well, if I don't take him out today, that's better, because you can't imagine having to pull the dog constantly pulling. Now, in my case, she enjoys her dog. She enjoys walking with her dog. Okay, it's something completely different. Aside from all this, there are other side effects like reinforcing that hierarchy, that leadership on your part with respect to the dog. So for example, if you have a problem, I'm going to give you a very simple, very clear example. Look, I had a client who had a physical problem with his dog. The dog had a physical problem. The dog, well, had skin problems. It was losing hair, developing ulcers, and had an astonishing ability to catch any type of parasite like fleas, ticks, etc. And it wouldn't be just about that. That dog was very dominant. It was really hard to put cream on him. It was really hard to do anything because the dog was very dominant and wouldn't allow it. That's why they called me. Okay. The first thing we did was a guided walk. For what purpose? To change the role. If you do the guided walk, the dog will understand that you are the leader and he is a follower. Okay. When the dog understood that, which was after a few weeks, he started to relax and behave differently at home. Besides that, we were working on leadership at home with others, which, well, we'll make another video about because since it's a young channel, there's still a lot to say. So, well, the thing is, we were working on the guided walk really intensively, and not only could you take her out for a calm walk, but she also started to heal from her skin problems. And I asked myself, well, how can a walk cure a skin problem? Very easy. Look, dogs don't want to be dominant. There are very few dogs that are genetically inclined to be the boss and the guide. Being the boss, since I'm the boss and self-employed with my own business, is very stressful. It's very stressful. I have to keep an eye on orders, calls, absolutely everything. Paying taxes, everything. And that's stressful. When I was an employee, I did my job, got paid at the end of the month, and it was much more relaxed. I had much more hair, because hair falls out due to stress, just like with dogs. I have to keep an eye on orders, calls, absolutely everything, paying taxes, everything, and that's stressful. When I was an employee, I did my job. I got paid at the end of the month. At the end of the month. At the end of the month. And I was much calmer. I had a lot more hair. Because hair falls out due to stress, just like a dog. The dog didn't want to be dominant. The dog wanted to be a follower like most dogs and live his life peacefully, letting someone else worry about defense, walks, where to go, getting food, all of that. So when the dog said, "Oh, perfect, you're going to be the leader," then that's it, I can relax. So when the dog said, "Oh, perfect, you're going to be the leader," then that's it, I can relax. The hormone levels that regulate stress relaxed. Cortisol levels went down. So all the defense mechanisms kicked in properly. The skin issues stopped. And on top of that, the owner could take care of it properly, etc. With all this, I want to say that the guided walk is not just about preventing the dog from pulling on the leash, which it does, but there's also another side effect, like this one. Strengthening the leadership with your dog. Not only leadership, but also affection for your dog. When you follow someone, because you admire them, you actually care about them. You're following them because you find their way of being interesting. You see them as an intelligent person, someone worth following. Well, that's a good leader. If the dog sees you like this, it's going to love you a lot more. And then besides loving you more, it's going to pay much more attention. When you ask it to do something, okay, it will make more effort to understand you and will try harder to please you in every way, in terms of obedience, in terms of affection, trying to understand you, etc. etc. So, should I do a guided walk? Should I learn the guided walk? Should I learn the other walk that I taught in the obedience course? You need to know both. Okay, one, to take a calm walk, okay? Imagine a practical example. I'm going out with my dog to take her for a walk, okay? I go out with my dog, and what I do is a guided walk. I'm doing a guided step, a guided step, a guided walk. Well, in about 100 or 200 meters, there's a spot where my dog is going to stop to pee and poop. Meanwhile we walk, I enjoy my dog enjoys me, the smells of the trees, the birds, the cats. Suddenly, I see a dog, her ultimate enemy, her fiercest foe. And since I spotted it before she did, and I don't want her to get, imagine, aggressive, which isn't the case with my dog because my dog is a sweetheart, as you've seen in David Cortiz's workshops at the online bonsai school. But imagine, since I've worked on her obedience during walks, I say, "Fama, Fus," and she's going to look at me she's going to be focused on me, and she'll only pay attention to me. The rest of the world will disappear when that danger, in quotes, passes by. Then I release her from the command and continue with my guided walk to the spot where I can let my dog go. There, I let her off the leash. She pees, poops, runs, plays, and then I return with a guided walk back home. Do you see? There I used both types of walks, the obedience walk and the guided walk. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Remember that we still need to talk about the difference between a leader and a tyrant. Okay? A tyrant leader, which is not the same as what I mentioned earlier in the video, and that also needs to be said. So, as I said, if you like it, subscribe and don't miss this video because you're going to enjoy it. A hug.